goodness. Okay, hang on. That doesn't look good at all. Gotta remember to wipe the old lenses off. Hello everybody, happy Sunday. Spokane Steve here. Hope your weekend's been fantastic. It's the Dodgers at the Giants. What more needs to be said? And greetings to Frank and Franklin. Both men well aware of that fact. Still seems a bit... Let me refresh my screen. Okay, apparently it was my monitor, not the camera itself, because that looks crystal clear. Anyway, today's game, we'll have Claude Osteen, the left-hander, on the mound for the Dodgers, and righty Bobby Bolin starting for the Giants. Second of a 3-game series, Dodgers won the first game. In fact, the Dodgers are on a 10-game winning streak, which is the longest in either league so far in this replay. We're on game 534. About the 1/3 mark. Hey, E. Rose, how you doing there? Good to see you again. And hello to Kenyon. Well, Rose, I'll tell you what, they're doing even worse in the replay than they are in real life. That's the Yankees he's asking about, by the way. Hello, Unmitigated, and hello, Kenyon. E. Rose, wondering how the Yankees are doing. Always wondered how they finished last. Well, all I can say is if you've been watching the games, you probably wouldn't be wondering. Oh, the names look good in the lineup, but a lot of these guys were in their declining years by that point. There's Cosmo Kramer. Hello, Cosmo. Morro Bay Cosmo, I think I'll call you. Not all the time, but some of the time. Anyway, let's look at the numbers for these starters. Osteen, 3-6 with a 4.08. He's made 13 starts. He's completed 2 of them. 81 2/3 innings of work. Bolin, don't let the 5-5 record fool you. He's ERA sitting at 2.69, 12 starts, 4 of them complete games, 1 a shutout. His 97 innings pitched ranks 7th in the league in that category, and he's only allowed 78 hits in the 97 innings, while striking out 67. So a good pitching matchup here on a Sunday. And welcome in Jeffrey Guterman. Good to see you, Jeffrey. How is your schedule these days? Are you rolling? I know you did one game I looked in on. I watched most of it on the replay, and then I was looking for you since then, and then I kind of gave up again because I didn't see anything new posted. Anyway, update us on your goings-on. Well, I give you the Dodger lineup. It'll be Maury Wills at shortstop leading it off. Wes Parker is at first base. Willie Davis in center field. Tommy Davis in left field hits fourth. Lou Johnson will be in right. Jim Lefevre, the second baseman. Speaking of which, who's hot and who's not, we have 2 hot Dodgers up there at the top. John Roseborough catches it, hit 7th. John Kennedy at 3rd base. And Osteen, the pitcher, hitting at 9th. Greetings, Brian, and welcome. But here we are on a Sunday, Strat-O-Matic baseball. And we're about ready to go. Let's take a look at the umpires for today's game. Bob Engel behind the plate. Frank Sikori at first. Ken Burkhardt at second. Chris Pellikudis down at third. Just over 41,000 people crowded into Candlestick on this day in history to witness these two teams. Of course, in real life, the game's probably far more meaningful than in this replay. The Giants come in 13 games back of the Dodgers in this replay. And with that, it's time for first pitch. Up steps Maury Wills. Wills hitting .280, no homers, 13 RBIs. Bolin gets the sign. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a 3-6 right-handed. Wills drives that through the vacated hole at first and into right field for a leadoff single. Right through the open right side there. They were shifting him to go the other way. Wills, of course, always a threat to steal, so let's check the battery. We find Bolin with a poor hold, +3. And Barton with a poor arm, +2. That's a +5 battery, makes Wills a 20. He'll be held on at 18, and that's too good to pass up. He's rolling for the lead. 2 through 10 or 12, he's out on an 11. On a 9, he's got the lead. 1 through 18, there goes Wills. Barton's throw, he's stolen it. Wills wastes no time with a single and a stolen base. For Maury, his 24th stolen base of the season, and that breaks the tie with Lou Brock. Wills and Brock back and forth all year for the stolen base lead. And here's Parker. Parker at .290, 8 homers, 29 RBIs. In his last 10, he's .345, 2 homers, 10 RBIs. Switch hitter, batting left-handed. Oh, wow, you did one this morning. Outstanding. I'll be sure to check that out later. Bryce Bobbledike, huh? I would incorporate that into my routine, but I'll probably forget it by the 5th inning, if not sooner. Here's the next pitch to Parker. It's going to be a 5-5 lefty. That's a high fly ball to right field. Backing up is Brown at the track, at the wall, caught at the wall. Fly ball B. Wills can tag up on that. 17-19, Brown -4. So 15 to 3rd. He's only out on a 20. He's going to tag and take 3rd easily on the fly ball. So Wills at 3rd with 1 down. And that'll bring up Willie Davis. Willie on the year hitting .283, 2 homers, 32 RBIs. Early in the game, I'm going to roll for inner back, and they're going to pull it in. Here's the pitch to Davis with the infield pulled in. It's a 4-9 lefty. Grounder towards second, single to 5, and that's fielded there by Fuentes, who throws home and nails Wills. Let me double check that. Infield in, runner at 3rd. Hang on, what was the roll again? Ground ball B. It's a 7. Lead runner is out, so that's going to be a 4-2 force. Wills is hung out to dry. Davis to first on the force with 2 down, held on at 18. He's going to roll for the lead. 2 through 5, 11 or 12. That's going to be a 6. He does not get it. Tommy Davis, the hitter now. Davis, the leading hitter on the team, although not enough at bats to qualify. .337 average, 2 homers, 18 RBIs. From the stretch, Boland's pitch is a 4-5 right-handed. It's a grounder down to first. McCovey to his right goes the short way to Davenport for the force. And that ends the first inning. So no runs, a hit, one left. After half an inning, it's Los Angeles 0. San Francisco coming to bat against Claude Osteen. Yeah, I'll bet they are. Here's the Giants lineup. Tito Fuentes leads off at second base. Jim Davenport at shortstop. Willie Mays in his customary 3-spot in center field. Jim Ray Hart's at third base. Cap Peterson will play left field and bat fifth. Willie McCovey at first base moved down to the 6th spot against the left-hander. Ollie Brown in right field and Bob Barton, the catcher, round out the lineup with Boland, the pitcher, hitting 9th. Boland, decent hitting pitcher with some pop. I'm not sure about my plans for tomorrow. I think I'm going to play it like this. I'm going to go ahead and schedule the game, but just letting you know it could be subject to cancel. My cousin getting in late tonight. I have not heard what the plans for tomorrow are yet. But there's a good chance they would be afternoon plans, in which case I could still get a game in. Anyway, I'll have to play it by ear. Bottom of the first, here's Fuentes, the switch hitter, hitting .248, 5 homers, 19 RBIs. He'll bat right-handed against Osteen. Osteen's pitch is a 6-7 righty. It's a grounder to second base X. Tough chance for Lefevre, 317 to his left. Here's the play on a 20. He's there. Flips it over to Parker, 1 down. Nice play, Lefevre, for the first out. Hello there, Colin. Welcome in. Welcome in. I posted another Morro Bay video on my channel this morning and another one on my Patreon. Here's Davenport, the leading hitter on the Giants at .319, 3 homers, 14 RBIs. Osteen's pitch to the right-hander is a 4-4 righty. He flies it to center field X. Drifting to his left is Willie Davis, a 2E12, and here's the play. On a 14, he makes a nice running catch for the out. So 2 X plays, 2 retired. And up steps Willie Mays. I'm surprised they haven't made Angel Hernandez dartboards yet. Mays at .293, 15 home runs, 40 RBIs. Yeah, I put up another video, Cosmo. 2 actually, 1 on YouTube and 1 on my Patreon. Osteen into the windup. It's a 5-7 right-handed. It's a grounder to short. Wills has it. Fires it over to Parker, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Claude Osteen. So after a 1 inning of play, we are scoreless. There's Boland now. It'll be Johnson, Lefevre, and Roseboro as we go to the second. Another beautiful sunny day here in Spokane. Lou Johnson on the year hitting .282, 6 home runs, 33 RBIs, which ties him with Lefevre for the team lead. Boland into the windup, a 5-5. It's a high fly ball to deep left field. Going back is Peterson at the track, at the wall. Goes up the wall and makes the catch. Oh my goodness, what a catch by Peterson. Taking a possible home run away from Lou Johnson. And with 1 down, here's Lefevre. Lefevre in his last 10 games, 400 average, 6 home runs and 11 RBIs. Overall in the season, .297 now. The leading hitter on the team with enough qualifying at bats. Leads the club in homers with 10. And his 33 RBIs, of course, tied with Lou Johnson. Well, they're two different videos. That's the short answer. Hello, Mike. Welcome in. One down in the top of the second. Lefevre hitting left-handed. Boland's pitch on a 2-10. It's going to be driven to right field, high and deep. That's going to be over Brown's head. Triple to 6. That's going to be a double for Lefevre. Lefevre's hot bat continues to stay hot, and here's John Roseboro. Roseboro hitting just 210, 2 homers, 16 RBIs, left-handed hitting catcher standing in. Boland checks the runner at second, comes to the plate 6'8", left-handed, and he pops him up on the right side. Fuentes has it, and there's 2 down. It'll be up to John Kennedy. Kennedy, glove first, third baseman, hitting just 237, no home runs. Boland's pitch on a 2-5, and that's ripped into the left center gap. That's going to play to run, double to 6, and it's going to be a double on the 6. An RBI double by Kennedy. And the Dodgers lead at 1-0. I have to say, approaching the game from the Giants' standpoint there, was definitely not afraid of Kennedy. No thoughts at all about walking him to face Osteen, but Kennedy comes through with an RBI 2-out double. And now here's Osteen, a left-handed batter with end power. Boland's pitch is a 2-11, fly ball to straightaway center. Mays waiting on it, and that'll wrap up the inning. So a run on 2 hits, 1 left. And we go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Dodgers, and Osteen taking the mound. Actually, I love the Heat. Not everybody does, but it's a bummer about your window rattler, Franklin. Yeah, you at least have to have the ability to cool it down. '87 and sunny here. I haven't even turned on the air yet. Jim Ray Hart will lead off the bottom of the second for San Francisco. Hart on the year, 297, 12 home runs, 32 RBIs. Osteen gets the sign from Roseboro now. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 5'8" right-handed, and that is ripped into the left center gap. Davis over to cut it off. Double to 12, and Davis gets it in quickly. Hart will settle for the long single. So a leadoff single from Jim Ray Hart to open the bottom of the second. And here's Cap Peterson, the left fielder. Peterson just 4 for 56 on the season. An embarrassing .071 average. And he's a poor bunter to make matters worse. He'll swing away. The pitch is a 1-8 left-handed little comebacker to Osteen. He looks the runner back and throws him out. Wait, no, the runner's at first. Excuse me. That's a double play. Osteen takes it down to Lefevre, on to first, double play. I beg your pardon there. For some reason, I was thinking the runner was at second. I don't know why. So that erases Hart, and with 2 out and nobody on, Willie McCovey will be the hitter. McCovey, 255, 11 home runs, 22 RBIs, lefty-lefty matchup. Osteen gets the sign. The pitch on a 3-6 is just outside for ball 4. Osteen appeared to want no part of McCovey, and here's Ollie Brown. Brown, another giant hitter struggling, batting just 196, no homers, 7 RBIs. Osteen's pitch. It's going to be a 6-6 right-handed fly to center. Can of corn for Willie Davis, and then we'll wrap up the inning. No runs, a hit, 1 left. Through 2, it's 1-0. First triple play. Wow, those are rare, unmitigated. Holy crap. Central Michigan, okay. Michigan, from what I've read, is one of the places that I find kind of attractive. I'm always trying to research places where I could live and make my retirement dollar go a little bit further. It used to be Arizona was the retirement mecca, but my God, it's gotten so expensive down there. I've got to cross that one right off the list. Top of the order for the Dodgers here in the third. Bobby Bolin ready to go to work. Maury Wills singled, stole second, and was thrown out at the plate. Here's the windup and the pitch to Maury. It's a 2-6 righty. Grounder to short, fielded by Davenport, who throws him out, one down. Well, Cosmo, I grew up in Southern California. So pretty much all the LA, Orange County, and San Diego beaches. When I was younger, we used to go to Yosemite. That's a favorite of mine. I haven't been there in a long time. San Francisco, of course, several times. More on the coast than not, although I lived in Grass Valley from 81 till 84, 85, something like that. So I'm familiar with the Gold Rush Hills, so to speak. And as far as the Coast Highway goes, I've traveled every inch of that from San Diego to San Francisco countless times. Monterey, Santa Cruz, etc., etc. Here's Parker, batting lefty. Bolin's pitch is a 5-7 left-handed, swung on and missed, strike three. That's the first strikeout for Bolin. And with two down, that'll bring up Willie Davis. Davis hit into the force play in the first. Bolin's pitch, 111 righty, grounder down to first. McCovey will take it to the bag, and it's a 1-2-3 third for Bobby Bolin. That's why I don't complain about the heat unmitigated, because I hate the winter so much. I just suck it up when it's hot. Still beats freezing your ass off, as far as I'm concerned anyway. Bob Barton will lead off the third. Barton doing the catching today against the left-handed Osteen. On the season, .217 and just 46 at-bats, still looking for his first home run. Osteen into the windup. The pitch is a 5-6 right-handed. Fly to left field, that's going to be playable for Tommy Davis, who makes the catch. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Bolin, a right-handed hitter, 6 with N power. Osteen's pitch on a 6-10 right-handed, grounds it down to third. That's Kennedy. Across to Parker, and 2 quick outs in the third. Yeah, I know you do, exactly, thereabouts. And I imagine you've been there many times. Fuente's batting right-handed now. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 1-6 lefty, and he lines that into left field for a 2-out single. It's the second hit of the day for San Francisco. Let's check the Dodger battery now. Osteen -1, and then you've got Roseboro with that -3 cannon. So Fuentes is not going anywhere. And here's Jim Davenport. Osteen working out of the stretch. Comes in with a 1-9 lefty. Routine grounder to short. Wills has it. Throws to Parker. And that'll do it. No runs, a hit, 1 left. We're through 3. 1-0 LA. Colin, who's lived in Oregon, Virginia, Florida, raised in Connecticut, and now in Ohio, says Oregon's the climate he misses the most. Oregon's definitely on my short list. In fact, my next vacation is going to be the Oregon coast. One of the many things I like about Oregon, at least for a vacation spot, is there's no sales tax. Of course, if you live there, they make that up on the property tax and the income tax. But for a visitor, that's not an issue at all. Fourth inning, Tommy Davis will start it off. Bolin gets the sign from Barton. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 4-8 right-handed grounder to short. Davenport has it. Wings it across to McCovey. 1 away. You've never been? Oh, I would have never guessed that. Cosmo, who's lived an hour away from Yosemite for over 10 years, has never been. I think it's one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. I'll tell you what, if you threw out the beach, it'd be easy number one. Here's Lou Johnson with 1 away. Bolin gets the sign. Pitch to Johnson on a 3-5. Called, strike 3. Home plate umpire rings him up. It's 2 Ks for Bolin, and that'll bring up Jim Lefevre. Lefevre doubled and scored the game's only run in the second. Hitting left-handed, waiting for Bolin's pitch, and here it comes. It's a 5-7 left-handed. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So Bolin wraps up the fourth with back-to-back strikeouts. We go to the bottom of the inning, still 1-0. Oh, you were east of. Would you care to be more specific, Colin? Bend, Eugene, maybe someplace smaller. We used to go to Bass Lake when I was a kid. John, welcome in, and I would agree with you 100%. Bend, there you go. Got it on the first guess. Part of the order for the Giants, bottom of the fourth. Willie Mays 0 for 1 standing in. Osteen into the windup. The pitch is a 3-6 left-hander. He lifts one to straightaway center. Davis backing up a bit and hauls it in. Here's Jim Ray Hart now. He singled in the second. Osteen's pitch on a 1-6 lefty. Hard smash to third. Backhanded by Kennedy. Throws him out, 2 down. And here's Cap Peterson. Osteen gets the sign. The pitch. 1-8 lefty. Little comebacker. Osteen takes it and tosses it to Parker, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Claude Osteen. So Osteen has been enjoying a subpar season so far, inside joke. Seems to be on his game today. Bottom third of the order for the Dodgers here in the fifth. Roseboro, 0 for 1 will lead it off. Bolin into the lineup. 3-7 right-handed. That's going to be liner to first, single to 2. And McCovey makes the catch. Here's Kennedy now. Kennedy doubled in the game's only run. Bolin's pitch is a 5-4 right-handed. High pop fly to shallow left. Peterson coming on and makes the catch for out number 2. 2 down, here's Osteen, left-handed hitter. The pitch on a 1-7, grounder to second. Fuentes scoops it up, sidearm flip to McCovey, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Bobby Bolin. And very quickly, we're halfway through here in a 1-0 pitcher's duel. Reminiscent of Friday's game, right? Of course, the name's not nearly as big as in Friday's game. I should have gone to the East when I was younger and could drive it, because Spokane Steve doesn't like to fly. Here's McCovey, who walked his first time up. Osteen left on left. That's going to be a 6-3 lefty. Fly to left field X. That's going to be a tough chance for Davis. He's a 4-E8 out there. Ranging to his left. He's not going to get that one. That's going to roll to the wall. McCovey into second with a leadoff double. Tying run in scoring position with nobody out, and Ollie Brown will be the batter. Osteen gets the sign from Roseboro. Checks the runner. Here's the pitch. On a 1-12 lefty comebacker, Osteen looks the runner back and throws him out. And Ollie Brown's struggles continue. With one away, the batter will be Bob Barton. Osteen a glance at second. Comes to the plate, 6-8 righty. Base hit into left field. McCovey can try to score on that. 9. Davis with a poor arm. 11. With one out, they're going to hold him up. So runners at the corners, one down. And Bolin, a decent hitting pitcher at the plate. A poor bunter, however. He's a D. He'll swing away here. Here's the pitch on a 2-8. Struck him out. Not all that surprising, but that's the first strikeout of the game for Osteen, who does not strike out many. And it will be up to Fuentes. Fuentes batting right-handed, and here's the pitch. That's going to be a 2-10, and he pops him up. Wills under it, and Osteen escapes the jam. And perhaps in retrospect, they should have set McCovey. Although statistically, 1 through 11 to the plate with one out is not a good percentage play. But with the pitcher coming up next, obviously a little more so. Well, that would be way too insane for me, Larry. Oh, and then we had Umbach. There you go, yep. We go to the 6th in a 1-0 game, top of the order for the Dodgers. Here's Wills now, 1 for 2, batting left-handed. Bolin into the windup. 5-7 lefty, swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's K number 4 for Bobby Bolin. And here's Wes Parker. Or Pretty Boy Parker, if I may borrow the expression. Here's the pitch to Parker. It's a 4-3 left-handed, a grounder to first base X. Tough chance for McCovey, a 325. McCovey to his right. Here's the play on an 18. He's got it. Shovels it over to Bolin covering. Nice play, McCovey. Two down, here's Willie Davis. Davis 0 for 2. Bolin gets the side. Here's the pitch. It's a 5-5 left-handed. It's a high fly ball to deep right, backing up his Brown at the track. It's gone! Holy cow, homer to 4, and he rolls the 3. Can you believe it? I have to admit, I was already getting ready to call it caught at the wall. Davis able to get it out of here. Let's take another look. It was a 6-2. No, it was not. It was a homer to 4. It was a 5-5. I must have bounced those dice. He rolls the 3. Hang on a second, just to make sure, because now I can't remember. I'm going to do a quick instant replay just to make sure I got that one right. I'm pretty sure I did, however, and that Willie Davis home run makes the score 2-0. Just checking the replay now. Here comes Davis. And here comes Mookie. Oh, he's going to do the couch to the thing jump now. Hang on. There it is. You saw it. Let me get this lined up again. Now, of course, watching him, I missed what I was trying to see. It was a 5-5 lefty homer to 4, and it is indeed a home run for Willie Davis, just his 3rd of the season. A 2-out homer by Willie Davis makes it 2-0. Tommy Davis 0 for 2, bowling into the windup. That's a 6-8 right-handed. Pop up left side, Davenport under it, and that'll wrap up the 6th. But a home run by Willie Davis gives the Dodgers an insurance run, and they go to the bottom of the 6th with a 2-0 lead. I tell you, I'm just tickled that I got Mookie's leap on the air, so to speak, right? I was telling you guys about it yesterday or the day before. Yeah, and as far as sticking the landing, you can see he makes it by plenty. For Osteen, his first endurance inning, I failed to check Bolin, but he's a 7. Osteen rated just 6 for endurance. Davenport, Mays, and Hart do. Osteen gets the sign, the windup, and the pitch on a 4-5. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Just strikeout number 2 for Osteen. And the batter is Willie Mays. Osteen with the pitch. That's going to be a 6-8 right-handed, and Mays lines it into left field for a single. 1-out single for Willie. No threat to steal. Still an excellent 1 through 17 base runner, and here's Jim Ray Hart. Hart 1 for 2. Osteen now working out of the stretch, and here's the pitch. That's going to be a 4-6. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Osteen suddenly on a strikeout roll, having struck out 3 of the last 5 he's faced. And here's Cat Peterson. Osteen's pitch is a 4-7 right-handed. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, and Osteen strikes out the side. Holy cow, you won't see that very often. For the Giants, no runs a hit, 1 left. We're through 6, 2-0 Dodgers. And of course, now the Mookie cam is going to be anticlimactic since he's settled in at the top of the tower. But don't worry, we'll have it anyway. We got plenty of time as quick as this game is moving along. And hello to Gerald. Oh, New Orleans. Yeah, that would be something I would love to do. Greetings, Frank. Yes, Osteen is on today. Seventh inning, it's Lou Johnson to start it off. Let's get Bolin on the mound. First endurance inning for Bolin. He goes into his windup. That's going to be a 2-11 righty. Grounder to second. That's going to be a routine play for Tito Fuentes, who throws it out, 1 down. And here's Lefevre, 1 for 2. Bolin's pitch. 5-6 left-handed. It's a high fly ball to center. Mays going back on it. Triple to 2. And it's over Mays' head. That's going to roll to the wall. Lefevre around second. He's digging for third. The throw. He's in there with a 1-out triple. So the dice definitely going the Dodgers' way today. Let's look at that one again. So it was a 5-6 triple to 2. And he rolls the 1. I'm just looking at the instant replay on that. Yes, it was a 5-6. It always throws me when I hit the dice with the 20D. So Lefevre with a triple, and now with a runner at third and 1 out, the Giants will pull the infield in for Roseboro. Activity in the bullpen. Bill Henry, the lefty. Lindy McDaniel, the righty. Infield in for Roseboro. Bolin gets the side. There's the pitch. It's a 4-3 left-handed. A grounder to first X. Another tough chance for McCovey. 325. Here's the play on a 13. It's the E-range. A 7 on a 25. That's going to be an error. And it is. That'll be an error on McCovey, and Lefevre will score. First error of the ball game. And the Dodgers pick up another run. That does not count against Bolin's fatigue, of course. Here's Kennedy. With 2 weak hitters coming up, that probably gets Bolin a little bit longer leash. And from the stretch, the pitch to Kennedy is a 3-8 right-handed, called strike 3. So Kennedy run up by the home plate umpire Bob Engel. And Osteen will hit with 2 down. Bolin's pitch on a 5-5 lefty. That fly ball is hit deep to right field. Bat goes Brown, 1-4. It's caught on the track. So Osteen hit it surprisingly well, gave it a ride. But the fly ball ends the inning. So an unearned run for the Dodgers on 1 hit, nobody left. And as we go to the stretch, it's 3-0 LA. Brought to you by the Stray Cats. Cosmo, I have not seen that. Yeah, you can see, Colin, you can see the cats mapping it. Frank, you're right. I got to figure out a way to. I need to learn video editing badly. I really do. I wish I could find an instructor locally. but perhaps I can chop out one piece. I'm gonna try later. I will try. I have one of those free editors, but I've never been able to figure it out. Okay, we go to the 7th, and here's the mook. Of course, you all saw him jump up there. Now let's see what he's doing. Excuse me. Mook, is that all we get today? Is that all the entertainment you're going to give us? Huh? He says, hell, I gave you the jump. What do you want? I have watched some of those, and I still suck at it. Oh, and it's got John Candy in it, too. Oh, maybe I have seen that one. Is that where he takes the family and rents the cabin? That's right, Mookie. Don't be rude. Say hello to your many fans. What's going on here, huh? What's going on with the tail? And there he goes to town. How many people ever saw the film The Long Kiss Goodnight? Gina Davis, Samuel L. Jackson. It wasn't a huge box office success or anything of that nature. Get this lined up here again. And I'm going to grab a quick refill on my coffee. And we'll get back to the action. Okay, thank you, Cosmo. So I have seen it. I just forgot the name of it. Osteen, his second endurance inning now, leading 3-0. McCovey, Brown, and Barton due up. McCovey walked and doubled. Osteen into the windup. The pitch is a 5-7 left-handed. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And what has gotten into Osteen? That's 5 strikeouts now, all of them coming in the last 3 innings. No strikeouts through 4. 1 down, here's Brown, 0 for 2. Osteen's pitch on a 1-9, grounder to short, fielded by Wills, who throws him out. 2 down, and here's Barton. Barton 1 for 2. Osteen set now, the pitch. 5-10 right-handed. It's a high pop fly to shallow left. Tommy Davis comes in. He's waiting on it, and that will wrap up the 7th. 1-2-3 go the Giants. After 7, it is 3-0 Dodgers. Yeah, hello, Chuck. And what an appropriate entrance. Nice job. So Boland's still out there and due to lead off the bottom of the 8th. With that in mind, he'll still be on a short leash here in the 8th. I seem to have lost... I'm going to let it go for now, but it seems to me I don't have as much space over here as I used to have. Top of the order, Maury Wills 1 for 3. Bolin gets the sign from Barton. The pitch is a 5-6 left-handed, and that is hit to center field fairly deep. Mays going back, triple to 2. Can they do it again? No. Mays runs it down for the out. Here's Parker now. Came in red hot. He's 0 for 3 today. Bolin's pitch to the left-handed hitter. 112, and he hits him. Parker is hit by the pitch, and he'll take his base. So Parker now 19, not held. He's not a star stealer, but they're going to have to hold him at 17. Out to the mound goes Barton. I'm really on the fence right now. You could bring in Henry to pitch to Davis, but then you've got the 2 right-handers and a switch hitter to follow. I'm going to give Bolin one more hitter here at least. Held at 17, Parker's rolling for the lead. He needs 7 or 12. 2, he does not get it. And here's the pitch to Willie Davis. On a 4-6 left-handed, it's a grounder to second base. Taylor made double play ball for Fuentes to Davenport for 1. On to McCovey for the 4-6-3 twin killing. And that'll end the top of the 8th. Bottom of the 8th, take a look at the Dodger defense here. I would replace Tommy Davis, but he's due to lead off in the 9th, so he'll stay for now. And here's Osteen. His 3rd endurance inning, and we're going to have a batter for Bolin. So Bolin's day is done. Let's total him out. With the righties coming up, they're going to go to... Probably should be Lindsay, but he pitched the last game and blew it up. So we're going to go to McDaniel. Yeah, that Lindsay implosion is fresh in my mind still. Bolin goes a strong 8 today. 3, 4, 5, only 5 hits. 3 runs, 2 earned. Didn't walk a batter, he did hit one. And he struck out 3, 4, 4. So a very good game for Bolin. And let's see who's going to hit here against Osteen. God, it has to be, well, maybe it doesn't have to be. I'm thinking Jesus Alou. Let's see what else we got. Yep, it will be Alou. Pretty much the only good right-handed batter on the bench. Ozzie Virgil, the other one. Both men pinch hit in this game in real life. Alou on the season, just heading just 202, no home runs. Osteen getting the sign. Here's the pitch now on a 6-5 right-handed. It's a grounder to short X. Tough chance for Maury Wills, 327. Maury charging the slow roller on a 3. He's not going to get that. That's going to be an infield single for Alou. So Alou beats out the single. Good speed with a -4 battery, however, not held at 11. And the batter will be Tito Fuentes. And that's going to get some action going in the Dodger bullpen. Righty and a lefty throwing. Ron Peronowski and Phil Regan, the Vulture. Was that the 20-0 game, Chuck? I heard about it, if that's the one you're referring to, that is. A lose at first with nobody out. Fuentes batting right-handed. Osteen working from the stretch. The pitch is a 5-6 right-handed. Fly to left field. That's playable for Tommy Davis, who makes the catch, and there's one down. Osteen, of course, working on a shutout, so needless to say, he'll be given every opportunity. And the batter is Jim Davenport, 0 for 3 today. Osteen checks the runner from the stretch. It's a 6-8 righty, and that's banged into left field for a base hit. Alou can go to third on that. 15-13, and then +2 for the arm, 15. They're going to send him, and the Dodgers will cut it off and hold Davenport to first. The runners at the corners, one down, and here's Willie Mays representing the tying run at the plate. Statistically, this matchup screams for a right-hander. But you regulars know how much I hate to take out a pitcher who's throwing a shutout. So Osteen's going to face him. Mays 1 for 3 on the day. Infield at double play depth. Here's the pitch to Willie Mays. That's going to be a 2-5 left-handed. It's a high fly ball to deep left field. Going back is Davis at the track, at the wall. This ball game is tied. Willie Mays goes yard. That knocks Osteen out of the game, and more importantly, it ties the game. 3 big ribeye steaks for Willie Mays. Numbers 41, 42, and 43 on the season. And here comes Alston, and that's going to do it for Osteen. Right, right, left, right. They're going to go to Regan. Osteen winds up going 7 1/3, pitched brilliantly for 7. Willie Mays got him in the 8th. Join the club, Claude. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits, 3 runs, just 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. And the crowd wants a curtain call from Willie Mays. There he is, tipping his cap to the fans here at Candlestick Park. So Willie Mays has just tied this game up with a 3-run homer, his 16th of the season. That's second in the league, only to Aaron. Regan coming on. Let's look at his numbers. 4-0, 11 saves, and a 2.51 ERA. Jim Ray Hart will be the batter. He's 1 for 3. Regan ready to go to work now. The pitch is a 6-11 right-handed. It's a fly to right field X. Tough chance for Johnson. Johnson a 3-5. Here's the play on a 14. He makes a fine running catch for the out, taking a possible base hit away from Jim Ray Hart. And that's the second out of the inning. Cap Peterson. Let's see what's left on the bench. They're going to call Peterson back and send up Don Landrum. Actually, we could leave a Lou into the game, so we don't even need this to be a left fielder. Let's rethink that. The batter is going to be Len Gabrielson. A Lou will stay in the game in left. We can put the pitcher in this spot. Gabrielson, a left-handed hitter, hitting .224, 2 home runs. Regan into the windup. The pitch is a 2-9 right-handed. It's a high fly ball to deep right. Back goes Johnson at the track, at the wall. He makes the catch at the wall. That will retire the side. And we'll have a double switch. Let's get a Lou back out here. McDaniel will be the pitcher. And Lou will stay in the game in left field. 2E10 -1. $15 runner. That also shores up the defense a bit. Yeah, see, for some reason, somehow that must have got pushed down. There we go. See the whole card now. McDaniel on the year 0-4, 5.22 with a save. And Tommy Davis will lead it off. And Lindsey's numbers are even worse. Although Lindsey does begin to throw alongside Bill Henry, who's pretty much ready. Tommy Davis 0 for 3, McDaniel into the windup. That's going to be a 1-9 right-handed. A grounder down to third base. Hart has it. Throws him out, 1 down. Here's Lou Johnson now 0 for 3. McDaniel into the windup. It's a 1-7. That's going to be ripped into left center. Over to cut it off is Mays. Double to 6. That's going to be held to a long single by Mays. 1 out single for Lou Johnson. McDaniel now with a -1 hold, +2 arm behind the plate. So Johnson's 16 star stealer held on at 14. And with the runner held, the 7 and 10 automatic caught will dissuade him from attempting for the lead, and the batter will be Jim Lefevre. Lefevre a double and a triple in this one. And welcome into Bill. McDaniel from the stretch. The pitch to Lefevre is a 2-6 right-hander. That's high fly ball to center field. Mays going back. double to 10. That's in for extra bases. Johnson can try to score on that. Mays has a gun. 16 to center, -4, 12, and with one out, they're going to hold him up. That'll bring up Roseboro, and here comes Herman Franks, and that's going to be it for McDaniel. He's going to bring in the left-hander Bill Henry to pitch to Roseboro. And Frank Lindsay ramping up in a hurry. Infield will be pulled in, of course. One out, second and third. Henry's only been in 2 games. He's worked 2 scoreless innings. Left-handed pitcher. Computer-only card. Could bring in Torborg here, but they're going to stick with Roseboro, 0 for 3. With the infield in, here's the pitch. On a 4-7 left-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. And Franks is going to make another move. So Henry got his man. Henry pretty much a loogie by today's standards. And here comes Lindsay. John Kennedy, the hitter, checking the bench now. That would really hurt them on defense. Thinking about Jim Gilliam, they're going to let Kennedy hit. 2 down, second and third. Lindsay's pitch to John Kennedy's a 3-7 fly to left. Easy play for Alou, and that will do it. And we go to the bottom of the 9th, still tied at 3 for the Dodgers. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. Update the scoreboard there. Jeffrey predicted it. Well, the Dodgers' 10-game winning streak on the line here. Bottom of the 9th in a tie game. McCovey, Brown, and Barton. We'll have to see about Barton. So Regan pitching to McCovey. The windup and the pitch. That's going to be a 6-8 left-hander. He hits a high fly ball to right. Backing up is Johnson, and he makes the catch. McCovey gave it a ride, died on the track, and here's Ollie Brown. Headed for extra innings, perhaps? Regan's pitch to Brown is a 6-6 right-handed. Hard smash to third. Kennedy over to Parker. And the Giants are going to call Barton back now and send Tom Haller to the plate against the right-handed Regan. Haller on the season, 192. He does have 6 home runs. Regan's pitch to Haller. That's going to be a 1-8 right-handed. Right in the heart of it. It's a good column. He lines a shot right into the glove of Kennedy at third. And we're going to extras. Here we are in the 10th inning in a 3-3 game. What a ball game. Holy cow. Dodgers will send up a pinch hitter for Regan. Who worked 1 2/3. 5 up, 5 down. No walks, no strikeouts. Due up for the Giants, Alou, Fuentes, Davenport, and Ron Perinoski throwing now again. And the batter will be Ron Fairley. Fairley hitting .267 on the year, 5 homers, 29 RBIs. Lindsey getting the sign from Haller now. Here's the windup and the pitch. That's a 3-7 right-handed fly ball to straightaway center. Willie Mays is there, and there's one down. Hello, Dan. Yes, let's please forget the ghost runner. Although I have to admit, in my keeper leagues, I like it. It saves your innings for your pitchers. You only get, most leagues are 10% above usage, some are 5. One of them I'm in, you only get the usage on the card. So you can imagine how hard it is these days to collect 1,500 innings on a 40-man roster. I keep saying I'm going to do a video about my keeper leagues, and I plan to do that at some point. 1 out, here's Wills. Lindsey into the windup. That's going to be a 1-9 right-handed grounder to second, fielded by Fuentes. Flips it over to McCovey, and there's 2 quick outs in the 10th. Wes Parker will be the hitter. Parker 0 for 3. He was plunked his last time up. Lindsey's pitch is a 3-10 right-handed. That's hit high and deep to right. That's going to be over Brown's head. Triple to 8. Digging for third and sliding in there with a 2-out triple is Wes Parker. So the go-ahead run 90 feet away. There's 2 out, however. Batter is Willie Davis. Tommy Davis on deck. Not a lot left in the Giant bullpen. We could go to Bob Pretty. They're going to stick with Lindsey. Davis 1 for 4, but it was a big one. A home run in the 6th. Lindsey checks the runner at third. The pitch to Willie Davis on a 5-2 lefty. He loses him, ball 4. Now a -2 battery, 15. Davis will be held on at 13, and Tommy Davis the batter. Tommy 0 for 4 today. Lindsey gets the sign. The pitch to Tommy Davis is a 5-7 righty. It's a grounder to second base X. It's a tough chance for Fuentes, 337. And here's the play on a 5. He makes a tremendous stop, throws to first to retire the side. Oh my, what a play by Tito to end the inning. No runs, a hit, 2 left on. And they're going to leave Fairley in the game in the 9 spot. He'll go to right field. Tommy Davis will leave, and the pitcher will go in his spot. That'll be Perinoski. So with Fairley going to right, Johnson will move to left. where he's a 2. Fairly a 1 through 12 runner. And the pitcher, Perinoski, will go in that spot, the 4 spot. Bottom of the 10th inning, here's Ron Perinoski. Perinoski's been in 11 games with a 9.31 ERA, 0-1 with a save, 9 2/3 innings only. Jesus Alou will start things off. Alou came off the bench with a pinch hit single and scored on the Mays home run. Perinoski gets the sign now. Here's the windup and the pitch. It's going to be a 6-7 righty, and he walks him. Lead-off walk to Alou. -4 battery, Alou not held at 11. Here's Tito now. Infield pulled in for Tito, who squares to bunt. He's a B. On an 11B, he pops it up. Making the catch is Parker at first base, and the runner will hold. So Fuentes trying to bunt the go-ahead, the winning run into second base, pops up the bunt. Parker able to make the play. And with 1 out, it's Davenport. Davenport 1 for 4. Perinoski gets the sign. From the stretch, 5-7. It's a grounder to second base X. This could be 2. 3-17 for Lefebvre. Here's the play on a 20. He's got it. He shovels it to Wills for 1, steps on the bag, and throws it to Parker to complete the 4-6-3 double play. And we go to the 11th inning. All knotted up at 3. Lindsay's worked 1 1/3 so far. And just in case, Bob Pretty beginning to throw. The only other pitcher available, other than uncardeds of course, is the lefty Ray Sadecki. So the Giants will ride Lindsay, who's rated 4 for relief endurance, with Lou Johnson, Lefebvre, and Roseboro due to bat here in the 11th inning here on a Sunday. All right, let's get him in there where you can see him. Lindsay's pitch to Lou Johnson. The windup and the pitch. 6'4" right-hander. It's a hot smash to third. That's going to be a tough chance for Hart, who's a 4E30. Here's the play on a 1. He can't get it. That's into left field for a leadoff single. And Lou Johnson, with his second hit of the day, is aboard. Johnson, 13 not held. Lefebvre and A. Bunner, they will not hold him, but they will pull the infield in. Gibbon, Frank, is unavailable as he's now in the starting rotation. He just started the last game, in fact. So bunt as a B. He's got 2 doubles and a triple. He's going to swing away. Batting left-handed from the stretch, 4-3 lefty, fly to center. That's Mays drifting back and hauls it in. Retreating to first base is Johnson. And here's Roseboro now. Now with Roseboro up, they're going to hold Johnson on at 11. Good move, because he would have gone at 13 with 1 out. I tell you, it's hard managing against yourself sometimes. Anyone who's done it knows what I'm talking about. Johnson at first, 1 away. Here's Lindsay's pitch to Roseboro. That's going to be a 5-10 left-handed. It's a grounder to short X. That could be 2. Davenport, 331. Here's the play. On a 3, that's going to be an infield single. Davenport knocks it down, but has no play. And Roseboro reaches. First and second now with 1 out. Lindsay in no danger of fatiguing, and the weak-hitting John Kennedy coming to bat. Ron Fairley on deck. Lindsay checks the runners. The full windup, the pitch to Kennedy on a 5'11 right-hander is a flight of left field X. That's going to be a tough chance for Alou. A 2E10. Alou ranging to his right. Here's the play on a 5. He makes a fine running catch for the out. So an excellent play by Alou. That saved a run. And here's Fairley. Lindsay gets the sign. The pitch to Ron Fairley is a 6-7 left-handed. Single into right field. Here comes Johnson to score. All the way to third is Roseboro, and Fairley, with an RBI single, gives the Dodgers the 4-3 lead. Fairley not held at 11. Maury Wills the hitter. And here comes Franks, and he's going to go to Pretty. That's going to necessitate a double switch. That'll get Hal Lanier into the game. And the pitcher will go in Fuentes' spot. So now in the 5 spot is Lanier at second. Where he's a 2E8. Pretty goes into Fuentes' spot. So Pretty, kind of a backwards righty on the season. Another terrible relief performance, 7.5, 3 in 11 appearances. Not much else you can do. I certainly don't want to bring Sadecki in here. Four to 3 Dodgers, top of the 11th. Runners at the corners, 2 down. Wills will bat left-handed against Pretty. And here's the pitch. So it's going to be a 2-9 right-handed. A grounder to second. Lanier, just inserted into the game, scoops it up and flips it over to McCovey. So you come into the game and the ball will find you. And the old saying holds true once again. The Dodgers get a run, however, on 3 hits and leave a pair. And they go to the bottom of the 9th. Where's Peronowski? There he is. Mays, Hart, and Lanier. And Bob Miller begins to throw in the Dodger pen, the right-hander. Well, I forgot to mark where Peronoski came in. He came in right there. Willie Mays will lead it off. Representing the tying run at the plate, of course, Mays with the 3-run homer, representing all of the San Francisco scoring today. 2 for 4 on the day. Peronoski into the windup. The pitch to Mays is a 2-9 left-handed, and he just missed it. He draws the walk, though. And the tying run is aboard. Jim Ray Hart steps to the plate. 1 for 4 on the day. Peronoski out of the stretch. The pitch is a 4-7 right-handed. Single into right field. Mays is going all the way to third. And now the winning run is at first. And the tying run 90 feet away with nobody out. Hal Lanier, the batter. Dodgers could go to the right-hander here, but they would really like to leave Peronoski in for McCovey, who's on deck. Infield in. The pitch to Lanier. 6-12 righty is a grounder to the pitcher X. Peronoski a 4-18, and here's the play with the infield in. That's going to be on a 5 error range. It's a 7 on an 18, and he makes the play with the infield in. I'll have to check that. I believe the runner on first advances. First and third ground ball, A8. Yes, that's exactly what happens. So with the infield in, where the hell did he hit that? To second base? God, my short-term memory sucks. Hang on, I gotta back this up. It was to, yeah, that's right. It was to Peronoski. Thank you. So that goes 1-3X. Moving to second is Jim Ray Hart. Second and third, 1 down. Here's McCovey. The infield still pulled in. McCovey 1 for 3 with a walk. Any way you slice it, this will be Peronoski's last hitter. And here comes the pitch to McCovey. It's a 6-7 left-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. They'll give him one more batter after that. Brown 0 for 4. Brown's been in a season-long slump. The pitch from McCovey. 4-5 righty. He lifts it to center field. Backing up is Willie Davis, and that's the ball game. Well, thought about taking Peronoski out, but when he struck out McCovey, the writing was on the wall. It took 11 innings, but the Dodgers edged the Giants 4-3. Well, yeah, guys, I mean, the only reason Peronoski pitched to Hart and Lanier was to get to McCovey. Otherwise, Bob Miller would have been in already. Peronoski gets it done. He ends up the winner with 2 innings of relief. That squares his mark at 1-1. Lindsay takes the loss. Lindsay now 1-4. Player of the game, I'll tell you what, that's a coin flip today. I might give it to Mays, even though they were the losing team. Or Lefevre, 3 extra base hits. Of course, Fairley won the game. That's a good point. Let me read some more of the comments here. The Giants are truly snake bit, Larry. The Dodgers run their winning streak to 11. A lot of people like Fairley. We're gonna go with Fairley. Lindsay 2 innings. No, excuse me, 1 2/3. I think. Let me double check that. Got 1 out in the 8th, 2 outs in the 11th. No, that's 2 innings. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, 1 run. One walk. No strikeouts. Pretty retired his only batter. Peronoski's 2 innings, 1 hit, no runs. He walked a pair and struck out just the 1, but it was a big one. I'm laughing at Colin's comment there. Make Cott the player of the game. Make Mook happy. Oh, he loves it. Yellow Fever, too. 2 doubles and a triple. Mays 2 for 4 with a 3-run homer. Both certainly get the attaboy. And let's see. Peronoski, too, with the 2 innings to pick up the win. Dodgers 4 runs, 11 hits, no errors. The Giants 3 runs, 9 hits, and 1 costly error. Remember, there was an unearned run. Unmitigated. Oh, God, yeah. How could you? We're in San Francisco, sure. Didn't they used to give that away on a game show in the 60s? Late 60s, early 70s? I think it was it was the one where you choose behind the 3 doors, Monty Hall. Oh, come on, help me out here. Let's make a deal. Mookie's still asleep at the top of the tower. Okay, I'm going to schedule tomorrow's game with the caveat that it could be postponed due to family visitation. But anyway, we're going to move along to June the 12th, and we'll start the day with Boston at Baltimore. Earl Wilson for the Red Sox, Steve Barber for the Orioles. It was Let's Make a Deal. And what's behind door number 2? It's Officer O'Malley of the FBI. You're busted. Well, guys, I want to thank you all for watching. I got my work cut out for me this afternoon because I've got to see if I can edit that Mookie leap. So I'm going to get out of here for now. I'm going to find something to eat. And most likely see you tomorrow, but God, I hate things being up in the air like this. I can't promise it. That's really all I can say. Schedule willing. I'm going to go ahead and post it, however, schedule it. And we'll just have to play it by ear. So thanks again for watching. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and thanks again for hanging out with me and supporting the channel. I do appreciate it. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.